morning, and it's another beautiful Wednesday morning on Just a Chat. It's me, Bumi Alabi, here again, and I want to really say thank God for another new month. Yes, it's a new month. It's September. Wow, September, October, November, December, just 4 months to the end of the year, and I know a lot of people will be like, "Oh, we're already getting through that September month, month," but it's not about to be troubled or to be afraid of what will happen, whatever. I know that the insurance of God Almighty is already on you. Just hold on to God that this month that remain in this year is not going to sweep you off. This month that remain in this year is still enough for God to really attend to everything you need. Don't be bothered about the things you've not really achieved, but be bothered about what God actually wants to do for you, because God has done it before, and he can repeat miracles, he can repeat things. So it's not about how many months that remain, it's about you trusting God, holding on to God, and God, this year must not pass me by without you answering me, without you doing something great in my life today. And I know God is going to meet you at the point of your need in Jesus' name. So that's for somebody that is watching us here this morning, and I want to welcome you again. And before I go on, in case you have not subscribed yet, I don't know why you are still here. Why are you just coming and going? Be a part of this community, please. I beg you. Subscribe to this button now. Just click that bell button and click it right now, and please share with somebody that needs to be here. All right, so before I go on today, I have amazing people here. You see, God has really blessed me with so much wonderful people, and part of them are here with me today. But before I go on, there's somebody special that I know you will love to see here. Anytime she's around, I'm always happy that this person is going to be on Just a Chat. Whenever she comes, she always responds to her invitation. But before that, let me invite my one and only brother, my one and only pastor, my one and only business guru, my one and only counselor, marriage counselor. What else again? Please join me as I welcome Mr. Pastor David Akinbulejo, aka Impeccable. That is the logo, Impeccable, aka Impeccable.
Thank you for having me. Thank
Good
you.
morning,
Thank
sir.
you.
How
Nice
are
to
you
be here.
doing? Thank you for always honoring us. As everything being business,
God
ministry,
is faithful.
God is faithful.
God is faithful.
You're
That's
looking
why
cool
we're here.
and calm today.
That's
What's
who we are.
happening? That's who
Everything
you
is
are.
cool, yeah.
Everything is cool.
Yeah.
Big men don't shout. I understand. I understand the group. Big men don't shout. And how is the family? The
Family
business?
is doing fine. God.
The story we are talking about today is about that mama taking care of herself. But before I go to that gist, please welcome with me Mrs. All the way from Lokoja.
Oh boy.
Do you know how many rivers
You have
she crossed just to come here? It isn't easy now.
It isn't easy.
Please join me as I welcome our guest all the way from Lokoja.
Thank you so much. It's always a privilege and honor to be here, honestly, and I'm always happy. I'm excited.
Yes.
When coming for this program. Aside from the fact that I have a lot to learn too, and I probably have other things to gain from this program. So it's a pleasure being here.
Thank you so much for honoring my invite.
And talking about men taking care of themselves, they have to really take care of themselves because no how, women will always find a river around
exactly.
themselves.
My pastor used to say something. He said when women are cooking in the kitchen, they would have be full. They would have.
It's not done, of course.
But see, let's
None
talk
of us,
the truth. Okay, when we are frying the plantain, and we just taste.
We just perceive. You know that sometimes you cook, you don't even taste the food.
Yeah, it happens to me actually.
So it's not all of us.
One out of
Once in a
one.
while, you just want to like.
No, one out of 100.
I just tasting now, but
We can understand.
We care for you. We care for you, our husband and the children. By the time you are full, we are full too.
Yes,
But at the same time, if mothers are taking care of
The taste
themselves,
of is part of
if you're taking care of ourselves, please, no man should talk, because as I was jejely taking my juice yesterday, and one man was saying, come and give me. Yes, now I told you, no, let me enjoy myself in peace, because this is my time. Anyway, the gist for today is a juicy one. Actually, this is where we talk about different things, trendy story, things that we learn from, things that are reality and it's happening. But this one is really, really, it's somehow And I think it's something we need to talk about, talking about culture, family, and consequences of our actions. Let me just read the story briefly. I saw it on the page of one of the, I think it's a married counselor. Here is the gist. Grandma traveled abroad for Omugo. That is the traditional postpartum care where mother helps her daughter after childbirth. So the agreement grandma had with grandpa was, okay, oh, mommy, you are going to take care of our grandchild. And okay, mommy said, okay, I'm going to spend just 9 months to at least by 9 months the baby should be okay. So I will come back to take care of you, daddy. I don't worry, I will go. And mommy just traveled. Daddy was so excited. Okay, the joy of having a newborn. Daddy released grandma to travel to go and take care of the newborn baby. Meanwhile, grandpa was at home, lonely, carrying bowl to go and buy mama put, to go and buy rice and beans, rice and bread, to just take care of himself. And along the line, they got a nurse to take care of grandpa. Means that, okay, grandpa is the only one at okay, he needs a carer. So they got the nurse to take care of grandpa. So along the line, grandpa and nurse, something led to something, and boom, grandma, the nurse, the carer, got pregnant for grandpa. After a while, and this was after grandma refused to fulfill her part of the agreement that she was going to spend just 9 months. Grandma stayed for not 1 year, not 2 years. Grandma stayed for 3 years abroad doing Omugo. Now, after Omugo in abroad, now grandma now is back to Nigeria, and grandma saw that, okay, there's another pikin, another Omugo about to start in Nigeria. Now, grandpa does not know what to say in this kind of situation. Grandma is there, wife, nurse turned to wife.
She has to do Omugo too.
Is there. So now let's look at the whole scenario now. Has grandma done too much to extra stay abroad after the agreement of staying for 9 months, and she eventually stayed for 3 years? Was grandpa too weak to hold himself? And when they're available, the clinical is not available. You take you understand. And the third part, the nurse, was she supposed to reject the offer of being a carer and just leave grandpa to suffer and die alone, lonely? Or did she cross her boundary? What do we do? Who is at fault? And how can we talk about this? Because this is a real life story, and it is what is really happening around when people are trying to balance culture, family, relationship, and things like that. What you in the first instance, who should even go for Omugo? Is it the wife's family, or the wife's mom, or the husband's mom? Let's even start from there. Who should go for Omugo? Let me start from.
Thank you so much.
I know
I was expecting to. I was really expecting that. There's this guy I love so much. The film I watched, Sophia. The day the wife said she's going to do Omugo, he packed his bag too. We go together. We are going together because they found out that most of the time these men are left all by themselves. A man who had never stepped into the kitchen to cook before when you were together, except maybe it was an abusive marriage from the beginning. But answering your question that who should go, both of them should go. There's nothing stopping the man and the woman.
If the child cannot provide for
she
both
should
parents,
leave the woman to take care of her husband. And then I even fault the child too. I'm sorry to say, you kept your mother. You have a father somewhere. You kept your mother with you for 9 months. Now 9 months has expired. You still kept that same mother for 1, 2, 3, not even caring for your father. Who does that? That is wrong. So if the children cannot bring the two of them over, whether abroad or in Nigeria, you should leave them. Yes, spend 2-3 months and go back to meet your husband. That is my own thing.
But I know you are the thing they paying you for
Yes,
body now.
honestly.
But calm down, be calming down. Let's look at the whole thing holistically, because
Okay.
we are not in their family. We don't know what actually happened. But people are looking at this thing from different angles, and I've seen it happen. In fact, the scenario you made now, I remember it happened when our firstborn first had his child. As my mom was packing his load, my dad said he went with her. So as my mom was wearing clothes, so I was wearing my dad was pulling socks, and they were doing it together, the two of them, and I was like, why are you both doing as all of us? But there are sometimes that it doesn't really happen that way. In the situation where maybe the couple don't agree to bring the two parents together, maybe they are not capable to bring the two together, or one thing, or the mother even see it as a means of escape. You understand? Because I've seen some reactions online that, okay, how about if the grandma sees this as a means of escape? Have you ever asked the grandpa that how has he been treating grandma before grandma saw that as an opportunity to escape? Because a lot of men, they feel like, okay, they can just treat their wives anyhow, just do anything to them. They don't know that these women, they are just there because of their children. And once the children are well to do, they look for an avenue to say, okay, I want to go and greet my daughter. I want to go and take care of my grandchild. So let's look at it from the angle of the man, of the father, that it could be the way he was treating the wife, maybe while they were still at the initial stage of their marriage, that made the woman now decide to use this as a means to escape, which looks like punishment, because people won't understand what the man has been doing. So let's talk about it from the angle of the fathers, their responsibility when when things were still going well. Because that a lot of fathers, a lot of men, they lack this understanding of thinking about their whole day, that am I treating my wife in a way such that when I don't have the strength, will this woman still? We remember the story of Olu Jacob and Joker Silva. Now you see the way the woman posted something saying, this man has been there for me, that he has used his strength for me when he was still able. So now if I can't do this for him, that as who will I do it for? So it's like he's reaping the reward of his labor over Joker Silva now.
True.
So I want you to talk from the angle of men that don't care or take things nonchalant, that at least they are okay, they can do things themselves.
Yeah, thank you so much. I just hope that is exactly what happened. Because we have to look at it from different perspective. The man treating his wife very well, and then this kind of thing happened. And the man treating the wife very bad, and this kind of thing happened. So, like you said, since we are not there, it is what we made known to us that we actually responded to. So let's talk from that perspective. Maybe the man is not treating the wife well. Then this kind of thing is inevitable. We are going to see it happen. Because you can't eat your cake and have it.
Sure.
So if the woman has been under his, covering or purview for that number of years, and an escape will come, there's nothing I can do. And by tradition and culture, you can't just stand up and say, I'm leaving my father's or my husband's home or house. They say, for what? At that age. But this is unescapable for me. So, and then, like she said, because I actually wanted to blame, if all things being equal, I actually want to put the blame on the child too. And even the husband, the son's-in-law. Because if the son or daughter, agree to allow the mother to stay beyond the necessary time, maybe she's also aware of what the mother has been suffering from the father. So that's the angle that I'm trying to look at when you say, let's say, maybe the woman is suffering. So of course, we see that as an case. But if all things being equal, honestly, that is off board. That is total, you are tempting the devil. That's where he's not the devil. He's not the devil.
Can't.
Wait. Hold on.
Okay.
Don't cut it, because
Okay.
you defend your agenda.
Okay.
So, but the reality is that a lot of women sometimes just believe that everything about a marriage is sex. It's you say when journey, but you see, there's no substitute for it. That is the reality. Now, in the course of my study, I got to realize that, for example, during sex, over 200 to 300 million spermatozoa are released to fertilize just one of your egg. One. So if it's not released, where do you think they stay? For 3 years. Where are they going to stay? And so a man is designed, there's nothing you can do about it. No culture, no tradition you can do about it. He's bound to release. And as somebody said, there's what we call beautiful sex. two of you are in it. There's also called dutiful sex. I'm not in the mood, but I am just permitted to allow you to go because you have to release. So even though I'm not in the mood, but man, it is my responsibility. That's why the Bible said that no one should deprive. Your body does not belong to you. It belongs to your husband or your wife or your spouse. It doesn't belong to you. It belongs to your wife. So if the woman is not doing, if the man is not treating her way, this and that. But then if all things being equal, my sister, if you do this kind of a thing, you expect you should not blame anybody.
But from the angle of a pastor now,
yes,
at least father too, as me the father is even a pastor, or is a wait now, calm down now. now is a father, is a pastor, is somebody, is a figure that people believe that you should know some things about discipline, about trying to control, you understand? But in a situation, but you can't always be with your partner all the time. There are sometimes that maybe it could be work or something that will just take maybe one of you away. You understand? Does that mean because you are married to somebody, you can't even have a life after, maybe outside, away from each other? Is there a particular time frame that maybe two of you, maybe the maximum a man and a woman can stay away without sex?
Okay, so
you understand? Because of things like this, because of times that you just want to just abstain and stay away from each other. And in that process, what I think maybe some research has shown that maybe women can still stand longer than men. You understand? There's some research that says that. But how do we now make it make the other partner understand, okay, this is a frame that I can't go beyond it? Because many women will not know that, okay, that's why they can ask that, Sean Jenny. Because today it feel like once the woman is getting to a menopausal stage, the hormone that releases all those it's already there depreciating. You understand? But in men, maybe it is that time that, because I can't expect a man of 75 years that is still. Is it 92?
No, I'm not.
75 ahead that is still able to, you understand, to impregnate a woman at that age. I calm down.
Okay, so let me look at it from it. So why do you think God not designed marriage if we can stay without having each other for that long of time? That's why he said that, except for a reason of fasting, for a while. For a while, it didn't say for a long time, for forever. For a while, there's always a time. So I'm happy you said the research, women can stay longer than. And sometimes women don't see. They want men to behave as women. That's the problem. You know that I can stay this for long, but men are not designed that way. And so if the woman is if a man is under pressure of sexual feeling, sexual fulfillment, it takes it's a level, of course, that you're able to get to say, no, but once you get to a particular level, you are pushing into the wall. I'm telling you, it takes a level of discipline and help of God, not for such a man not to fall. And anything around you at that time, which is where the woman, it didn't go out to. It didn't go out. It's a lady. And you are seeing her.
Every time.
Like I always say, affection will bring, attention will bring affection. It's one attending to you. It's one caring for you. It's one, my mommy is not around. One day, so it takes a woman to that. Let me allow it to go. So you can't 100% on that condition, advisably, even as a pastor, to blame the stuff on the man. It is easy for people to say, can't you hold yourself? Even the person that says, can't you hold yourself for 3 years? Can the person hold himself? And finally, sorry, maybe he has also been calling mommy. And mommy refused. Because I know he won't do it. Mommy refused to come home. You are going 9 months, 1 year. If it is 9 months plus 3-4 months, how many years?
That's
but
how many months? So it is 1 year.
Grandpa to come over there, and Grandpa is saying that he doesn't want to come there.
Any efforts? We don't hear any of such things. Maybe they want.
In case, do you know there are sometimes that the father might say, okay, I don't want to come there. That I need my wife here.
That's another subject. If they refuse to, so the children will have said, "Mommy, Daddy, you need to come home." So if you are not coming, but if it's not, and then you are supposed to come home 9 months,
and you didn't come.
You are saying range. Maybe Papa have agreed that my range is 9 months. Maybe you are extending it. You want to put me under a certain condition.
But let's not talk about discipline. As in, what could have been?
I understand.
Are you now saying that is the best solution in that kind of way.
No, it's not the best solution. But I'm telling you, there are some certain conditions. Let's be very candid. When it comes to discipline, the discipline we're talking about in this context is not even when the man is not around, a woman is not around him. Oh, it might be very, very difficult a bit, but it will go an extra mile again to step out, want to do something like that. He might still respect, I can't do that. But somebody is around. The level of discipline, it doesn't happen one night. Oh. It's not just one night. He has been watching. What? Like my pastor will say, the day Sarah, suggested Haggai to Abraham, and he pounced on the Haggai. He's been seeing Haggai for a while. It's not.
So I mean, let us open that reality, because if you open that chapter of Abraham,
what happened?
Being eyeing Haggai even before Sarah suggested.
It's not an issue now.
But I'm not even going there today. I want us to talk about this issue of, because it's another common thing that we see around. When the wife passed on, and within a very short time, the man will remarry. But when when is the husband that maybe passed on, maybe the husband is one that died, it's difficult for a woman to move on. And they give a condition, or maybe they give a reason for the man, that because the reason we are talking about that, because the man cannot hold himself. But let a woman try it and remarry within a short time. That's when they will remember that culture does not allow it. So does that mean that women too does not have feelings? Does that mean that they don't have needs? You understand what I'm saying? So what can you say in that regard? Because I've seen a lot of young women that, because of this culture, that women are not allowed to just go and say they want to get married easily. But does that mean the attachment between the man to the woman, or woman to the man, it varies? Or what can you say to that?
Honestly, I'm still waiting. Sorry, I'll have to draw you back a little bit. I'm still waiting to hear what Momiwa has to say, her defense. I'm still waiting for that defense, because I don't know the kind of thing she will put up to defend herself, that what she did by staying off her husband for 3 good years is right. Now, coming to your question, like Pastor said now, he said, naturally, men, the way God has wired and created men is different from the way God has created women. And inside women, the way God created some women, there are some women that cannot stay off sex for a very long time. There are women like that. And there are women that can stay. Yes, there are some women that can stay 3, 4, 5 years. Doesn't matter to them again. That is that. Now, for a woman, a man that is widowed, that is a widower, a man who lost his wife, and within a very few short time, in fact, before he even said, the people that are around him that said, you better start, maybe you should look for one small lady, and because of the way their nature is, it is the society permits that. But when it comes to the woman, they will look at when did the husband just died and she's now thinking of getting married. Thank God for education now. People are being educated that marriage stops the day your partner dies. Your contract ends there. So the woman is free to remarry if she wants to. But before now, tradition looks at it as they frown majorly at it, that when did the husband die? It means she has been promiscuous before now. That has always been. But education now, people are being, they are now aware. There's this awareness that that a woman is not subjected to, like, she doesn't have feelings. She's not expected she's expected to mourn her husband for at least a period of 1 year before getting married. You understand? The education, people are being aware of their rights now. That it's the same way that the same God that created the man also created the woman and puts feelings in everybody's heart. We've seen men too that will say, I have seen a man that the wife died after 4 children, and the firstborn then was just in secondary school, and the man never remarried till all the children were grown up and they started giving birth. It was at the point of marrying off the last born, that the man died. He never remarried. And when you ask him, why didn't you remarry? You say, I don't want a second wife to come and distract me from taking care of my children. It is his own nature. That is his own life. And I only had a friend then that said, the moment the husband, I said, no, lie, I will never remarry. I want to keep the legacy of my husband, this and that. And then within 1.5 years, sister came and said, the Lord has said I should go
I can
ahead.
go.
I said, is it the Lord that told you or your body that is telling you that you need? So there is this awareness now that is no longer a man thing again. It's like everybody has emotions and everybody is entitled to their own feelings. So that's my own issue.
I think it's the cultural barrier that stops women from, expressing their needs. Their needs, maybe mental. It's not even easy for a woman to take care of a child, to carry responsibility of the family on herself alone. You understand? So I think that cultural barrier should be broken. But a lot of men are still going through that phase of, okay, I can't move on because my husband, my mom, I still used to tease my mom up to this. I'm going to look for one old man for you, so that because she's trying to put the burden on her. She always wants the children to come around. She wants the children to, and we have our own family too. You understand? I think honestly, looking at both sides, I'm not going to say I blame this side, I blame the other side. I have to just be neutral on this point, but I want us to look at it from the angle of, okay, before they got to this stage, as a marriage counselor now, there should have been traces of how close they were, as in their intimate. There's people that they are married together, they are together, but they are far apart. They are living together, but they are not really connected. Intimacy. Do you understand? In that situation, when one party leaves, it will just be like normal thing, because they were together, but they were not together. Do you understand? So in that situation, it's an opportunity. In fact, do you know that there are some partners that they even, when I heard that thing, that some partner even praying for the death of the other partner as a means to escape. And I was like, this of you, we always like to hide under the culture, religion, that, oh, what would they say if I separate? A woman passed on. I saw that, as in like 2 days ago at the hospital. She was dead. They brought her to the hospital alive, but she was dead before they took her out of the car. And I was just hearing the story that, okay, the woman just gave birth like a month and she doesn't really take care of herself. I think she died of shortage of blood. That they were now blaming, and different people were saying different things. And when the husband just came, he just peeped through the car. He looked at her and he just shook his head and just went. And I was like, could this be the husband? And before he came, a woman has been ranting that, I will scream, or I will talk, I will say, and I knew that, okay, there was more to it, because they just left the cops in the car. They couldn't decide. And I was hearing some story that while she was alive, that she doesn't take care of herself. The husband, I think the husband is a pastor. She was like, oh, anytime they give him takeaway, as in juice, that she will be taking juice, taking drinks and the like. They were now blaming her that she's, as in the things she couldn't do. They were not blaming her that she doesn't really have time for herself. And other people were like, now another person will take her place, because she was focusing on things that, maybe trying to just do things that were not, maybe trying to change the man, to make the man do what she wanted. But the truth is, you can't make somebody do what is not really in him, because I could see that there was no even connection, no empathy, like, you understand what I'm saying? So I was like, within a few months now, this man will remarry, and maybe he even has somebody that's as a side whatever, that once that one, after a few times, he will come in. So I want us to talk about settling conflict, as in things that that, okay, instead of you wishing your partner dead or looking for opportunity to escape, to run for Omugwo, so that you can, as in, is it not possible to really sort out things when things are still really fresh, or when you are still together, you can still see each other? Before we just wrap it up.
Yes, it's important for us to know that the unresolved conflict will linger and cause a problem. But if there's a problem, you can resolve it, talk about it. And like I always say something, because just get to know your partner very well, what works for you. And because what works for me in my home is that we don't allow anything to linger to the next day. And once there are issues, we talk about it as if, when we have issues, as if it doesn't exist. We still connect. And I do tell people, women does not live one day. Women does not live one day, from my studies and understanding. They live gradually. And if a mother is sensitive, understand that he's already living gradually. How do I mean? She doesn't talk to you like she talked before. She doesn't confide in you as she did before. There are issues that he's supposed to talk to you, he's talking to another person outside, he's leaving. He's just physically present. Emotion is gone. So the day she eventually take her bag and go, he's just expressing what has supposed to be there. So a sensitive husband should know that, man, what is wrong with you? Why are you talking? Let her be your issue. Don't. And women always say nothing. When they say nothing, there's something.
There is more.
So a sensitive woman should be able to find out this one has said nothing, there's something, because I realize that you don't talk like this. I realize you don't behave like this. What is going on? Be very close. But when you are not patient as a man, you realize that the woman is just doing the way and it's go on. And if it's not resolved, it will keep her to another thing. And once you keep out another thing, it's out of proportion. You're able to handle it at the end of the day. And culture and cultural whatever is actually affected. That's why I tell people I am not a cultural, I'm not a contemporary marriage counselor, I am a kingdom marriage counselor. Because it's only this one that stand. Cultural will support one gender. Tradition will support one gender. It's only God kingdom that makes marriage work. And so if there are issues within you, amongst you, or between you, try to resolve it and have a heart of forgiveness. Your spouse can offend you, have a heart of, let it go. And like somebody said, if you want to be winning in argument every day, you're ready to lose your peace because you cannot have the two. So when you win argument, then be ready to lose your peace. You understand? So let peace be the ultimate goal. And then sometime you just allow the spouse to, you are the owner, you have won, but you know what is on ground. So issues should not be hold on the carpet, resolve it, and find what works for the party at the end of the day. And don't be so big to accept sorry. It doesn't reduce you as a person at the end of the day.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir, for that. Oh, your takeaway before we just bring everything to a close.
One thing I will always say, like he said now, is that we should learn to forgive. We should learn to, then I personally I don't subscribe to mothers. Mothers do these things a lot. You sit your children down, see what your daddy is doing, see this one. You'll be talking of your husband to your daddy, where the children were not there when both of you saw each other, you wanted to marry. Why can't you resolve your things within yourselves? And as you continue planting this seed into the heart of this, that's why a child will be so comfortable that the mother came to do Omugwo for her for 3 years and did not say, daddy, why, how is daddy feeling? Because go to Abuja, you see some of these men, they will carry plates going to look for food to eat. And the young girls say, daddy, don't worry, I will be able to and at the end of the day, before you know it, he or she will enter. Nobody's talking about the maid now. Everybody's putting the blame on the woman. But I'm still, like I said, I'm still waiting to hear what Mommy Wa has to say on this issue. So God will help us. We should learn to forgive and stop this issue of instigating our children against our spouses.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. As in, stop instigating, as in whatsoever you have issue you have with your partner on your children. And my own takeaway on this, men, that while you are still young, while you are still strong, please be there for your partner, be there for your wives, be there for the wife of your youth. Because always think about the future, always think about when you are not strong enough to do some things. Please do your duty as a husband, as a father, because there will be a time that this mothers, they will take care of themselves. I'm still saying it again. Mothers, take care of yourself so that you will not have to just look for a way and be depending on the father. I believe if the mother has the opportunity to travel, to do things, she would have done it, but she just used that Omugwo as an escape route. You understand? But please, in honest truth, please take care of your wife. If you have issue with her, don't just let it. Don't think. Then when you are still going with your wife, don't make her feel like, okay, I don't need you. Because if you make a woman feel like you don't need her, she will already see herself that, okay, I think I don't matter in this marriage. Then my children really need me more. So she will go and take care of the children, and she will leave you alone, and you'll be going about carrying plates. God will help you all the father, and God will help the mother. But honestly, take care of yourself and let there be balance. Even with the cultural tradition, religion, let there be balance in everything, and also set boundaries. You also know where you can't take something. Know that, okay, this is the limit I can't take. As that you are, know that you can't take some things. Mommy Wa just went to enjoy herself, to flex with the children. I can't blame Mommy Wa, but honestly, always think about the consequences of the things you do, the actions you do. Now the action is you have to come and do Omugwo in Nigeria. That's the truth. Honestly, it's a pathetic one, but I know that we've learned a lot from this. Thank you so much, Pastor David, Mr. David, Counselor David. Thank you, our mommy in the Lord. Mommy, God will give you what grace. And everyone that watch us, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And if you were mommy, what would you do? If you are daddy, would you give excuse? And if you are auntie nurse, what would you do in this matter? Till I come away again next week, it's me, and I'll be saying, have an amazing week. Bye.
Bye.